So the new generation of gaming is coming out with the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, and the PC with the Wii U. And upon these platforms, there's always a rival dot between them. They always have that rival feeling. Which one is better, Xbox One or the PlayStation 4? Which is better, PC or the console? Which is better? And the Wii U is usually left out. Nintendo is not a type of join in on the hardcore platform, but Nintendo, they are fine. They're living a fine life. They do whatever they want. They don't have to deal with this issue. But every day on the internet, when it comes to a new generation or wherever a new console comes out, a new stuff, whatever is new, and there's always a difference between them, but it really, if you think about it, they don't really have their differences. It's all personal preference. But what I'm trying to say here is that on the internet, people have been expressing their opinions, which one's better, Xbox One or the PlayStation 4, and they always get into this little flare fanboy argument, and then there's always a PC there who just saying, hey, I dominate all. And these opinions not always get to people right away, and they find their ways, especially when those casual gamers out there, casual people especially, there's lots of casual people on our internet asking, which one's better, which one should I prefer to buy? If I only have $400 or $500, I can only get one of these platforms, a PC, a Wii U, a PlayStation, or you can get the Xbox. Now, I play on the PC, I played on the Xbox 360, I play on the PlayStation 3, I've been playing the PlayStation 2, I play on the GameCube, I play on the Wii, I play on everything as much as I can. I haven't played on every kind of console or every type of platform. Like, for example, I haven't played the Atari. I played the Atari PlayStation 2 version, but I haven't played everything. But I get the general idea. I played every, most popular console on the market right now, and the PlayStation 4 is coming out with the Xbox One. The Wii U is right out, and I have a PC right now currently. I only plan on staying on PC, but this is from my opinion, from my perspective. But right now, it is really impossible to set the difference aside. The people out there, there's millions and millions of people in the world, or billions you can say, you want to take, the whole world population, but I'm pretty sure it's by millions when it comes to gaming, that there's always a group out there, always, I swear, there's always a group out there that are very conceited with their platform, like saying that, hey, the PC is better and everything is shit, or the PlayStation is better because they have this, the Xbox One is better because they have this. Here's my opinion, here's my philosophy, here's my thoughts about it. To be honest, none of these platforms are better than the other one. Now, certainly they're not equal in a sense, because they always have their advantages and disadvantages, pros and cons. They have their own, problems. I play on the PC. I personally prefer the PC over everything else, but I definitely do not have a problem with playing on other platforms. And now, people on the internet, if you're one of those casual people, because there's a huge population out there are casual. When I mean by casual, I mean people who are first-time gamers, playing on the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4 or the PC or the Wii U. They don't know which one to buy. They have $500 laying around, or $400, whatever amount of money you have saving up, and you're asking yourself, hey, which one should I get? And they usually, 90% of the time, I want to say, I'm not always accurate, might be a little bit exaggerating, but 90% of the time, or 80-60%, they usually look for it on the internet. And the internet, you can say whatever you want, and most of the time you won't get caught unless you're famous somewhat, or you somehow made that comment famous. But you can say whatever you want on the internet, which is mostly on YouTube or the gaming community web page, wherever you want to go. You can say, hey, the Xbox One is better, PlayStation 4 is better because of this, yada yada, and sometimes it is ridiculous reasons. Now, the people out there who are casual, trying to pick up a console or a PC platform, they don't know which one to pick. Now, if you want my advice, I'm going to tell you my advice, but I'm trying to not be too biased on it, but my best advice is to pick the platform that usually your friends are on, to go with the flow, like, basically, because most people are trying to pick platforms because whatever best they have. Now, currently, from what I heard, the Xbox One has the worst reputation because of DRM attempts and all that stuff, and what they offer compared to the PlayStation 4 hardware, all that stuff, and the PC are also there too. Now, it doesn't, to be honest, if I were in that situation to pick between platforms to platforms, I honestly would go with the flow and find wherever I find the best, which is usually friends whoever play on it. If I have most of my friends are on the Xbox One, they're going for the Xbox One, they don't give a crap because of the DRMs. If the DRMs ever come out, if they change their minds, they don't give a crap about paying for the live membership and all that stuff. I will definitely go with the Xbox One, even how crap it is. Because I find it more enjoyable to play with friends than play by myself with all the, no DRMs, all that stuff. I honestly prefer that over that. The fact that they are like stricting you on everything. Or on the PlayStation 4, because now I heard that PlayStation Network, they're charging you for membership. Which, it used to be free, now they're charging. I don't know where they're trying to go with. People do think of the reason, hey, they need money to run their servers. I can see that fact. But, yeah. Now, I play on the PC because most of the people I know I play with, I enjoy the PC because the people I play with, they are more diverse than when I had on the console. I used to play on the Xbox 360. The only games I ever had during those days was Call of Duty because that's the only people I know that actually play games. They only talk about Call of Duty, and that was during like the golden age of Call of Duty. Not anymore for me. I play on the PC now, and I play much more different games, which I really enjoy. Much more openness in it. And I play on the PlayStation 3, which I did play lots of different games like Killzone. I tried out some other games. Killzone 3, I went Battlefield. I tried everything. Infamous 2. And the problem with the PlayStation 3, I find out, is that I don't really have much friends except one friend that I actually play with online. And now I'm on the PC. I've been playing PC for a long time. I have not played PC like most of the time when it comes to like high-end games like Battlefield or Left 4 Dead. Those games, those Valve games, those typical games you find on the console. I only played the free games back then. But until I built my first PC, I was able to run those games much better. Now, I picked the PC because most of my friends are on it, and lots of games that I really enjoy on the PC. And I have my reasons, and people always come up with ideas, hey, PC costs a lot of money. I know for a fact that it does cost a lot of money, but if you think about it, a PC is not just, a typical gaming machine. It's something that you can actually do more than just game on it. You can watch movies, you can make videos, you can do 3D, graphics, all that stuff. Web browsing, that is something essential about the PC more than gaming. But as for me, I play games on it, and I do all those stuff. I enjoy it. I always wanted a fast computer, so I built one myself, and I find something that is like a win-win situation without having to miss a feature. Now that's my reason why I went on PC. I could have my own reasons on the Xbox 360. If I actually had friends who actually enjoy playing lots of games, different games on the Xbox 360, I would stay on the Xbox platform and get the Xbox One next generation, or the PlayStation. If I had lots of friends on the PlayStation, I would go on the PlayStation 3 instead on the PC. Even if you give me a $2,000 3K built PC or the nicest graphics, GTX 690, Radeon 7970, give me the nicest crap Intel i7, I would still go with the PlayStation if I had all my friends on the PlayStation. I mean, I don't know, it's just my natural thought that I enjoy playing with a group instead of by myself. I mean, it's kind of boring, but it's possible to enjoy playing games by yourself. I've seen some people who just, really play random games on the PC. I have friends on the PC who play random games that are unheard of, and they enjoy the PC as much as anything else. I mean, Mountain Warband, never heard of that game. Some games I never heard, and it might be popular, might not heard of. But there's games that are popular, and they play it because they enjoy it. And I join the PC, I enjoy it because I like to do videos, I record. It's much easier to do stuff on the PC. But that's my personal opinion, but people have their reasons. And the problem with it, like most people I met on the internet, most people that always think of whatever platform they always think is better. To be honest, it's really personal preference. If you want my advice, just get whatever you want that you think is the best. I mean, don't get something because it's the best of something. Usually it happens to be PC, because most people I find that say, hey, the best of the best features you can get, the freeness, the performance, is usually end up on PC, and then consoles have their own, back and forth within their little world. But nowadays, it's growing bigger and bigger. The differences are like crazy with the community, because people on the internet are going even more to a more extent. Like, they start making videos of burning consoles or burning this, burning that. I mean, everyone has their own problems. PC even have their own problems within. They have the AMD versus Intel, the AMD or ATI / versus the Nvidia. I mean, whenever there's a difference in the world, like for example, cars, you have a Mercedes-Benz against like a Lexus, German versus Japanese cars, American cars. They have their little pros and cons. They always, provoke wars, and they're trying to pick out the smallest damn detail to make it into the biggest problem in the world. I mean, it's just funny how they find out the smallest details. I mean, it's all come down to preference, how long you've been experiencing. I've been experiencing with the Xbox 360 long enough. I experienced this, I experienced that platform, and I really enjoyed it. When I had experience with this kind of platform, I didn't really enjoy it because of this and that. You can say all stuff like PlayStation 3 does not offer group chat, or you can say party chat in terms. That's one of the biggest advantages of the Xbox 360. I can point out all the small or the biggest detail. But like I say, when it comes down to the platform, it's personal preference. I recommend do not take people who have one side biased opinion. Don't take their offers. I usually take my friends, my friends' perspective. Whoever has the most friends are on this platform, like most of my friends are on this platform, I go with it. Go with the flow, to be honest. Some people might go with the 4K built computer over console because you just want the quality. I would honestly, that's one of the reasons why I would join the PC, because I want the performance. But my number one reason why I would pick PC gaming is because my friends are playing on it, and I like the games on PC, especially the exclusive. But nowadays, games are, I don't know, they're becoming more strict or unfair, especially the game developers. Like, Assassin's Creed, I think Ubisoft, they were worried about piracy. See, that's one of the biggest problems with PC gaming. They had to deal with piracy, so now they're really limited on the release date on games. On the Xbox, they have their own, privilege, such as Call of Duty. If you play Call of Duty, I don't really play Call of Duty anymore at all. But Call of Duty, they have 1 month before the DLC release on other platforms. PlayStation, they have the 1 week on Battlefield release platform. I don't know, they're gonna still do it on Battlefield 4. But really, when it comes down to the idea differences, you can set those aside and just pick whoever you want you think is the best. There's really no winner in the race. Everyone comes in a tie. Yeah, in reality, if you think of it straightforward, literally, maybe PC obviously is better in performance. Maybe Xbox One or Xbox 360, they get sponsored by these guys. Yeah, they have that advantage. PlayStation, they get their advantage. And then there's just the Wii U. Nobody, gives a crap if the Wii U joins the battle. I don't see the Nintendo as much aggressive as the other platforms. But other than that, that's what my real thoughts about it. You can't really set the differences. I always want to talk about this topic, and I couldn't really get it through because when I talk about this topic, they usually come to some kind of flared fight, because you can't really avoid this. It's amazing how diversity works in society. When you're different from someone else, you end up fighting which one's better, or why you're inferior to the other, because you're different. It's been there in society, and that's all I can say when it comes to a different platform in gaming. That's our problem, and you try to avoid that problem as much as you can. I avoid it as much as I can. I used to be honest, I used to be one of those one-sided minds who say, hey, I like the Xbox 360 better than PlayStation 3. I'll be honest, I'm not fully purged from that idea, but I'm straightforward with common sense, and I'm gonna say the PC is better than all for myself. That's my opinion, because I enjoy them the most. But I did not definitely support the idea of hey, this is shit, and this is the best. But from my experience, PC is best for me. For your experience, whatever's best, Wii U, PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, Xbox One, the PC platform, those are your opinion. And if someone asks you for advice, hey, which one's better, just tell them, hey, go with the flow, whatever you think's the best, whatever offers the best feature, most of your friends are on it. Those are my advice, and I go with them. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this out of nowhere commentary, and I got nothing else to say, so later.